Yellow! Ah, finally, we're doing another art stream. It has been well over a week since the last art stream, if memory serves. Considering that I cancelled a fair number of them. And I'm gonna be honest, I was very close to canceling this one as well because my right arm has been killing me. Overexertion, probably. But, been treating it. It is feeling a bit better. If for some reason I feel like my right arm can't handle the arting today, then I will be ending stream sooner, but we're definitely gonna try at least. I mean, we're not doing anything intensive. We're just doing some fun little design sketching, so I don't need to worry about, like, very intensive arting. Now then. We do have a slight issue with today's design as well, because, well, as you all can see, Emily's redesign is pretty much done, and I'm pretty happy with it. Hey, Depart! How's your day going? So, the design that we're tackling on now is Kara. I'm already drawing some inspiration, but there's a reason there's a fair amount of white space. Fancy, me good, what about you? I'm doing okay. Had an amazing weekend at Dokumi, but my body and mind are still recovering from all of that. Then I apparently overexerted my right arm, so whoopsie. But yeah, managed to pick out a couple of reference pictures for what I want to use for Kara's redesign, but I'm still troubled by what to do with her top. Dokumi was so fun. Part. Were you at Dokumi? And you didn't come to say hi? You didn't come to say hi to me. You would... Bart, I've literally been announcing it for weeks! You absolute moron! You absolute moron! Come on! I've been announcing that for like a month well in advance. It's been announced on the Discord. It's been announced everywhere. How could you miss that? Moron, and no, I'm thinking it. I promise. Did you go through the 18 plus section part? Because if you went through the 18 plus artist alley, you absolutely walked past me. You have no excuse. I went to every section? Then you have no excuse part. My banner was front and center. My logo was front and center. My girls were on a 2-meter high banner. How did you... I am personally offended by this part. I'm personally offended by this. Okay, but I have no excuse. Yeah, you don't. You do not, sir. Everyone else came to say hi. Like, I didn't need, like, it's fine if you didn't buy anything, but the least you could have said, the least you could have done was come say hi. God damn it, son. And that right there, people, is what we call a fake fan. I didn't know. Well, I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. What? Noelle was there too. Okay, yeah, that confirms it. You guys all just hate me. I think wasn't she? I don't think she was. Oh no, never mind. She is. She was there. Nope, she was there. She was there. Yep. So you missed both of us parts. Double whammy. It was fun though? I'm sure it was. I'm glad you had fun. But I will remember the slight from both of you. She didn't say hi to you? Nope, she did not. So yeah, I will remember the slide from both of you. Now I know how you both feel about me. You both absolutely hate me. Thank you for confirming this. Like the best part is I even like met a couple of others there, like Ginga and Yuna, and I freaking gave a hug to both of them. I was with my wife and didn't pay attention to around us at the 18+ section. Ah, I see. You were afraid of getting judged by your wife. I would probably walk in front of... Yeah, you probably did. You probably did. Do you remember seeing an arcade area at the 18+ part? Yeah, I was right next to that arcade. That was right next to that. My booth was right next to that. My banner was just full on next to that shit. Yeah, so you hate me. You absolutely hate me. Gotcha. And now that I know that Noelle went there as well, oh, I need to put all y'all in shame. Both you and Noelle are getting publicly shamed. I am absolutely gonna put both of you on blast. Need to keep an eye out when Noelle's streaming next. Deserved, honestly? Oh yeah. Absolutely deserved. Y'all little rats. At least it's not like I bought something for him and didn't say anything. That would be more fun. That is what some people did. And to be honest, that is funny. Like, that is what Ginga did. But she did admit who she was the day after. Like, she bought some things without telling me who she was on Friday, but then came over and properly announced herself on Saturday. And she got a big bear hug for it. You could have come there and claimed to have received an alpha hug, and you didn't. I mean, I was wearing a pinker and my wife was wearing a purple ganger head. Don't know if you saw it. I might have. I've seen a couple of those hats. So it's very possible I might have seen you pass me by. No way I missed an alpha hug? Yeah, you did. I absolutely would have given you an alpha hug. And Ginga can confirm an alpha hug, if so desired, means you're getting lifted off the ground. I would have bought an 18 plus sticker from you for my 4 months old daughter. I do not have 18 plus stickers yet. Only 18 plus prints and standees at the moment. Again, I truly forgot. Excuses. These are all excuses. And now that I figured out that Noelle was there as well, well, there we go. Gonna put her on blast as well. How dare she? Though, to be honest, if Noelle thought she sent a message to her server, she did, but I get so many messages that I tend to miss them. Not to mention that when she sent that message, I was in full Dokumi prep as well. Like, when did she send it? The 25th. Oh yeah, no, I would have completely missed that. Wait, no, hold on. Look back. Okay, no, that was on Monday. Yeah, no, okay. I did miss her message. So you know what? That's fair. I will take partial blame for Noelle not visiting me. You have no excuse, Part. I'm still gonna put both of you on blast. Alright. I finished my snack. Now we get started. By the way, I was there for all 3 days. Yeah, that further adds to your sentence there, Part. There for the full 3 days, and still didn't even catch a glimpse of me. Heretical. Shameful. Truly abysmal and horrendous. Blaming my wife for it. No. You don't get to blame your wife for it. How was Dokumi for you? Oh, it was amazing. Dokumi was absolutely fantastic. Been my best convention so far, and I'm absolutely going back next year. Well, I mean, I'm absolutely applying next year. If I get back, well, that's going to depend if they accept me. Oh, bet hopefully I won't forget again. If you forget it, if I go to Dokumi again and you go there again and you forget a second time, I'm hunting you down, boy. Because then I consider that malicious, and I can consider that malicious intent. You know what part? Here's the worst. By meeting me at Dokumi, you could have potentially earned back your VIP badge. You could have potentially earned back your VIP. You missed your opportunity. Really? I mean, who knows, right? You'll never know because you didn't meet me. You will never know. And now you will lie awake at night, wondering what could have been. I'm not evil, I swear. Nothing. Nothing is. I would have totally bribed you if I knew. You absolutely would have. Tell my wife when I come back over. We will write an apology letter. An apology letter will not cut it, son. You are gonna have to do more. Wait, hold on. Saying that is dangerous. Scratch that. The apology letter will do. What do you need, Green Man? No. Forget I said anything. Forget I said anything, part. Apology letter will do. Actually, they don't even need to do that. Just try to visit me next time. Next time we're both at Dokumi or at any other convention. Hands are shaking, pens sweaty, towels ready, help us pay. Oh, speaking of Ginga! Hi, Ginga! Ginga, may I introduce you to Part, who came to Dokumi and did not say hi. Please shame him. Okay, this is public shaming. I did warn you. Ginga, can you confirm that by not saying hi to me, Part missed out on an alpha hug? Can you confirm? And can you explain the experience of an alpha hug to really rub it in to know what he missed? He shot my back out. Minor detail. Next time I'm ditching my wife and going to Dokumi alone for Alpha to shoot my back out. And we need to put, apparently we need to put Noel on shame as well, Ginga. Because apparently Noel went to Dokumi as well and also did not pass by to say hi. He's small, but his hugs are that of a dwarf. Squeeze and lift you like it's nothing. Anyways, how you doing, Ginga? How's the day treating you? Anxiety is gut-wrenching, but I'm trying. How are you? I'm doing okay. My right arm is killing me at the moment, hence the hands are shaking title. But I'm doing fine. But I may have overexerted my right arm over the weekend. And of course, the day job does not help with that either. Didn't even notice the title. Didn't even notice the title yet? Ginga, your first line was literally a play on words on the title. What do you mean? What do you mean you didn't even notice the title? Your first line was literally a play on words of it. How? How is this? What? Either you're pulling my leg or brain fart, I guess. I don't know. I have several questions here. I'm on my phone. I only saw your icon and clicked on it. I didn't see the title whenever I open streams, unless it was subconscious reading. It must have been subconscious reading. It must have. Because either subconscious reading or that is a scary amount of coincidence. Alpha, I know something that will redirect your anger. Oh, now I'm curious. What is it that you know that will redirect my anger? My disappointment in you. Please enlighten me. Forgive me, God, for I am being a narc. What? No, well, I've met a total of 6 people there from her streams and not you. Well, yeah, I'm definitely putting her on blast for that. Again, next time she's live and I see it, she's getting put on blast. She is absolutely getting put on blast. Gifted of a charm? Ah, I see. Well, that's confirmed. That's confirmed that Noelle does indeed hate me. We have official confirmation. Yeah, look, I'm a good boy. Please don't public excuse me. Hey, being a snitch doesn't mean you get out. You get out of your punishment. Snitches still get stitches. Pregnancy. What? Where did that come from? Oh, that's what we mean. You know what? You make a very good point there, Ginga. You make a very good point. Oh, true. That is actually more Ginga's territory. Ginga, would you mind? I have a request. Oh, you have a request as well? Well, I have a request for you as well. Can you please draw a part pregnant? Does part have a visual reference? Ah, crap. No, he doesn't. I'll try and get one. The moment I get one, you get the drawing pregnant. How's that sound? I didn't consent. Should have said hi then. We'll get him next time, boys. Absolutely. You didn't consent to getting drawn pregnant? You consented when you did not pass by and say hi. I have a question for you, Alpha. Alright, hit me. Hit me, Gengar. What is your question? Public execution may be a better option. Oh, how quick we are to backpedal. Without sketch, without help, can you just do a quick doodle or draw your girl's line art? Wait, hold on. Without sketch and without help? You mean just straight from white paper to line art? Ooh, that's... I can try. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a very... it is gonna be very rough. Without the, okay, just a face or two. Without just a face or top. Without the sketch part. Ooh. That's actually... I've never tried. I have not tried that. I can definitely try to do so, but it is going to be pretty rough. May I ask why this question? Just genuine curiosity, or does it have a specific reason? It's okay. Just curious to see what it looked like for you. Sometimes my style just lines meshed together without sketch. Oh, fair enough. Okay, you know what? Sure. Let me drop a quick save for this. Let me give that a try. Okay, so no sketch, just straight to line art, just straight to this, right? Okay. Let's see. And the muscle memory is helping, which you can tell the struggle is there. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh god, for Emmeline, the braids would be an app. Ooh, Emmeline's braids without sketches is a hassle. It does make a difference. Oh, it absolutely does. It absolutely does. Like, I am going completely off of raw muscle memory of the shapes I know I use in them, but the proportions are completely off. Maybe someday I'll ask you to draw certain things from memory to see how you'll do. Okay, drawing from memory or drawing without even construction sketches, it's a whole different thing there, Ginga. Like, I can draw from memory pretty well. But drawing without my construction sketches, ooh, that's a big one. It's a side product of this idea. Oh boy. I'm scared now. There we go. I think that's about the best I can do. I think that's the best I can do for like quickly sketching out my girls, well, drawing out my girls without sketch lines to help me. Damn, good job. Thank you. Like, there's definitely a lot of things that are still wrong with these. Having not used any, like, construction lines to make sure that the anatomy and the proportions stay intact. Almost looks like you lost a year or so of drawing experience, but it turned out much better than I thought. Well, I mean, I have been drawing for like 30 years, so I would hope that there is still some skill in it. Some of my leftover skill. And there we go. That was a fun little challenge. Thank you for that. Now we banish these sketches into the ether. A boom! Emily Fox was never to be seen again? Excuse me, it's Emmeline. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say the line. Actually... There we go. Now we've done it right. Please don't, smartass. And what are you gonna do about it, huh? Draw me pregnant? As a matter of fact, I will wait until next Dokumi. Throw myself on the floor, crying through a tantrum in front of your booth. I'm sure the Dokumi security will enjoy that, Ginga. Also, hey there, Deathlock, how's your day going? Whatever, I'm going to make some food. Enjoy your food, Ginga. Well, woke up a few minutes ago. I figured as much. I hope you slept well. I will need to be right back real quick to go to the toilets. I am back. And hey there, Diego. How's the gym treating you today? Is it today leg day again, or is it a day? No, wait. It was leg day yesterday. What day is it today? What are we focusing on at the gym, Diego? Oh, excuse me. Touch chest. Ah, I see. Also, nice 3-stream streak. Lovely there, Diego. Thank you so much for your what's the word for that? Loyalty, I guess. Nope, wrong one. There you go. Next stream's a 75 streak for me. Nice. I mean, I will keep my promise, Deflock. You managed to keep that streak going all the way to 100, and I will give you VIP. I make no promise for how long you get to keep the VIP, though. That's going to depend entirely on you. All right, the tattoo. All right, let me get my old reference out for that one. I just noticed I'm moving further and further away from my microphone. Whoops. Okay, that's the body drawn out. Now, for the new outfits. Okay, that's the bottom part of her outfit. That one I was pretty set on what I wanted to do with it. I'm pretty happy with how this one's turning out. However, now we're gonna hit the top part. And I'm really not too sure what to do with the top part yet. I know I want to give her this kind of a hood again. I mean, she's always had a hood. She's just never been depicted with her hood on all that often. Hey there, Mana. How's your day going? All right, playing a bit of Hades right now. Hades 1 or Hades 2? First one? Nice. Just got past the third boss, so I went to bask in that for a bit because that one is tough. Good job. We're proud of you. Okay, well, so far so good. Who the fuck? Oh, it's my web designer. Quickly send him a reply. There we go. Okay, now what to do with what she wears underneath this little jacket. Could go with the reference that I have here. Like something corset-like. In her previous design, she did always have that little belt underneath her chest. Maybe we'll start off from that and see what we can make. You know what? I don't hate this. Well, I don't have enough HP for this boss, but I shall try. Good luck! I'm sure you'll do fine. Oh, tablet. There we go. That's better. Tablet decided to die on me for a moment. Hands are shaking, knees weak, arms are heavy, something more spaghetti. You're the second one to make that joke today, Triangle. But hi. How's your day going? Hmm. Low-hanging fruits are a communal property. Fair enough. And yep, I'm dead. Well, better luck next time, Mama. I'm sure you'll get them next time. Do expect that this was my first time I got this far, so yeah, that makes sense when it comes to a roguelike. At least you gave it a good effort. Tablet, please. Thank you. Silly elf creature on the right is about to lose all the arrows. Yeah, she is. Yes, she is. With the way her quiver is hanging, she absolutely is. Motivation is high, but energy is low, so I'm just sitting here and thinking about stuff instead of doing it. Ah, yes. That perpetual state of I want to do something, but I don't want to do something. I think we've all been there at some point. That the girl's winter gear set or what? That's actually a redesign. I already did it for Emmeline, and this will be her redesign. Winter gear, yes, but more so, it's going to be her more like era appropriate gear for the fact that I might be shifting them into a slightly more fantasy setting. Also, the girl. Damn, Triangle. It's like you've never been to my streams before. By now, you should know my OC's names. I meant all three combined. Ah, I see. Well, again, not really, because considering, well, I don't think we can justify any way of calling this winter gear, can we? And Kara's easiest to spell out, so we don't even have an excuse. That, but technically in Mana, every single one of my girls can have their name shortened to 4 letters. Kara, Emma, and Aimee. All 4 of them can have just 4 letters for their name. There was more fabric than there was there for winter gear. To be honest, for Kara, I think she might actually have less fabric than before, considering, well, this used to be her actual outfit. Like, don't look at this one. This one's definitely more skimpy, but this one definitely has a bit more fabric, I feel. But this feels just more fitting in general. I feel like there's more I can do with the hood. Actually, I've made the hood brown. Do I want to go for brown? I don't think I want to go for brown. He's just donating fabric to the other two, converting one Arctic gear set into 3 winter ones. You know what? Fair enough. Actually, not sure if I like the brown for this. You can't have a black hooded ranger. Oh my, it turns one into a rogue. Well, god dang it, you got a point there. Guess I need to lighten it again. Do a silly fur tassel on the dangly end, maybe. Oh, no, you know what? Instead of fur? Wait. We're not gonna do fur on that bit. No. We're gonna do feathers. Urgent arrow repair kit built into the hood. Well, I mean, she doesn't use arrows, though. Apologies for the noise. She failed to explain that to the hood merchant. Yeah, I mean, she's got a feather pattern, a feathered theme already a bit going on with her boots. Hmm. Legit spend a few minutes recreating the right hand gesture. Wait. You mean the gloved hand? Like her right or our right? I'm gonna assume her right. And you mean recreating it as in posing your own hand or trying to draw it? Because I can tell you right now, I can somewhat recreate. I can quite easily recreate it. Her right, yeah. And yes, posing my own. Should work out pretty well though. Like, I can do it. Doesn't feel too uncomfortable either to hold it. I think I like it better with her bangs outside of the hood. Well, outside of the collar, I should say. I failed to comprehend the base angle to the forearm. So I threw myself for a loop, overbending everything into a ridiculously tense structure. I see. Like, honestly, if you just, like, raise your arm next to you, like, don't even twist it. Like, the way you would leave your arm just hanging in rest next to you, just lift it like that, and just splay out your fingers a little bit, not too much, you can easily recreate that pose. And you'll notice that it doesn't feel too uncomfortable. It's not going to be as comfortable as being in rest, of course, but it is doable. I am now playing with the idea if I want to give her a longer coat. Because now I've just given her like this little mini baby coat. I want to give her a longer one. Step 1, do an elaborate tattoo on the arm. Step 2, hide it under a coat. Yeah. Yep, I legit reinvented the simplest, not quite resting position in the most ridiculous way possible. To be honest, I did not design the elaborate tattoo now. She's always had that, and she will always have that tattoo. I'm just trying to think, like, what would be a good outfit for her to continue to have going forward. Later, Hikari. Got it with the ads the moment you get in here. How unfortunate. No, I'm not feeling this. Kind of gave up on building building hands a normal way myself, so I just start with crab raven, slowly split the abomination bar. I'm gonna be honest, Triangle. What I've learned is drawing hands should be something that you basically develop your own way of doing. Like, I've tried so many different ways, and I haven't found the way that works for me yet. Like, right now, I am using this usual method where you have the wrist, you have the shape of the hand palm. But then when it comes to, like, designing the fingers, I'm not too sure yet on how to actually do it. Like, do I sketch out where the fingers are gonna be? Do I start with drawing the outlines or something? Like, I still am not too happy with the way I am drawing hands. I'm still not happy with this. I still need to find a good, reliable way for me to draw hands. Actually, hold on. What does she use? So she has it curling around that way. Okay, hold on. Maybe we can do this. Asymmetric long ass code? No, I do want to try and keep it symmetric. Or do I? I mean, if I make it asymmetric... Hold on. You know what? Let's try that. What if we make it asymmetric? I don't hate this, actually. Let's try this. You could also do this weird Soviet trench coat thing where they had slits designed so you can stick your arm out whilst letting that thing hang down as this. Could also work. That might actually, that might be the way to go. Having, instead of going for a front split, go for a side split on the coat. That's a fascinating outfit for Karen. Thank you. It's kind of the new her, the more fantasy-based her. Why do I have a shit ton of ideas when looking at someone else's design, but can't design a character myself if my life depends on it? It has to do with mentality, actually. when you are designing your own character on your own, you are, well, on your own. You're basically just struggling and trying to figure out what to do. That's kind of when the position I'm in. You, at this point, don't have any real investment in this design, at least no more than I do. And you're like just bouncing ideas around. It's like, you know, this could work or this could work. You have the freedom of bouncing around the ideas without actually putting in the effort. It mentally frees you up a bit more to be more, you know, creative with some of the ideas. So now that I'm sketching this out, I don't know. I think it might feel too. I think it feels too much like a freaking apron of some kind. No, I think I don't want to make the coat too long. So how about we have the coat just come down to like just beyond elbow length? I like this, actually. Just shortening it. I don't know. This feels nice. Feels better and more functional than what we had before. Yeah, I think this looks good. The fur on the shoulder looks somewhat orphaned now. It kind of does. How are we feeling about this? I don't dislike this, actually. Can go for the I wear someone's tail as a collar, but it's way too long shape as well. No, I'm not liking the idea of like having a tail wrapped around her as a collar. I think if I were to do that, I'd rather go for something more claw shaped then. I don't know. I don't dislike this. But yep, it got unorphaned. Yeah. Managed to like wrap it around a bit more, like tuck it under the collar. Looks good. The fur looks like looks a lot better like this. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm quite happy with this look for Kara. I like this. And it still feels like her. Like, this still feels very thematic for her. Yeah, I feel quite pleased with this. Hold on, I'm gonna put them side by side. There we go. The dangly hood with golden accents on it does evoke a pajama feeling, though. See, the thing is, at first I was like, maybe I shouldn't do that. But the more I look at it, the more I actually kind of like that pajama feeling. I think it looks cute. Like, I definitely felt the pajama feeling as well as I was working on it, but the more I look at it, the more I kind of like it. I'm still not too sure about the browns, though. Sleep Ranger always looking for the place to camp. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the browns in her outfit, though. Like, I feel that those warm tones are a bit clashing. I think I might want to make those a bit colder. Yeah, that feels more unified in terms of color palette, making those tones a lot more cold. Now her outfit feels more distinct from Emmeline as well. With the browns, it felt like, especially without the hood, she was starting to look too similar to Emmeline. But with the warm tones basically removed from her outfit, that is a lot better. I think the one way I can best bring some more contrast in is by adding some more of those gold details. Ice Queen. I mean, she is a frost elf. That's something. I always wondered why Emma wears a hazard-colored excuse of a shirt. What's so hazardous about it? The wardrobe malfunction. No, the main reason that she's wearing a hazard stripe shirt is simply because I fucking like it. That's the only real reason. Caution underboob, yeah, pretty much. No, the main reason she's wearing a hazard stripe shirt is just because I like it. I like hazard stripes. Listen, in Warhammer 40k, I'm an Iron Warriors player, and Emmeline definitely took some of those influences. I mean, for God's sake, her boots look like Space Marine boots, especially now with the redesign. Alright. Oh, and I'm actually really happy with how this Kara redesign turned out. This feels like a very good fantasy design for her. Female Space Marines, everyone's talking about. I'm gonna be honest, if the female Space Marines looked like this, there would be a whole lot less complaining. The problem is that they made those female Custodes look like, well, butch Karens. That's the main issue. Like, if they had made the Space Marines look more like this, Oh, there would absolutely still be complaining. Justifiably so, because that still goes against the lore. But there would be a lot less complaining because, oh wow, look, they're attractive now. But you know, that's the funny thing that I always find about this entire female Space Marines discussion. Like, people want female representation in 40k. However, it's always been established in lore that the only reason there's only male Space Marines is because genetically, they're the only ones that can adapt to the gene seed. But we do have female Space Marines. They're called Adapta Sororitas. Not to mention, look at the Imperial Guard. The Imperial Guard is just as many men as women. Fair enough, there are not that many well-known like leadership figures in the Imperial Guard that are female. And that is what I feel they should have done. If they wanted to make like female representation more present in Warhammer 40k, give us more female Imperial Guardsmen. Give us more well-known Adapta Sororitas. Give us more female Inquisitors. There was so many things it could do without going down the female Space Marine route, which goes against a bunch of pre-established lore. And instead, they look like the usual case of, let's do this, but female. Yeah, basically. Like, again, look at the Adapta Sororitas. Especially some of their most recent depictions in, like, trailers. I'm sorry. Those look like absolute fucking badasses. And they make up for what they lack in genetics with just sheer zeal. Female Commissar is a fan service goldmine of a concept. It is. I'm sorry. How many people do you know that would be like, female Commissar, please step on me? There's gonna be so many. In fact, now I'm thinking I should probably do I should probably do some art of that. It might actually sell really well. Female Commissar that steps on you. That could be art that sells really well. Yeah, like, for example, Space Marine 1. For those of you that have played Space Marine 1 and played the entirety of the campaign, we all know Leandros, we know Titus, we know Sidonis, you know, the three main boys. But you know who I remember more than the big bad evil chaos guy? I mean, yes, I of course remember the Orc War Boss. I forgot his name though. But you know who I also remember? That badass female sergeant of the Imperial Guard. I remember her. She was an awesome character. She was a background character, but like, I like that character. If they were gonna kill that character, I would have been like, oh hell no. I'm not even in the Step on Me gang. I'm just in my cross-universe Tiny the Evil fix. That's very fair. Also, hey, Noella? Or Paris? What do you prefer I call you? Paris or Noella? But yeah, how's your day going? I saw you were streaming earlier. I was actually lurking for a little bit. How did the art go? Either way, honestly. Alright, in that case, I'm gonna go with Paris. I'm gonna go with Paris until I accidentally call you Noella. I'll probably flop back and forth between the two. Oops. But yeah, how did the art go? Right now, I'm feeling so defeated from my own character. I am not even halfway done with it. Aww. I'll call you Paris until my bread morphs into a baguette. No, triangle. You should have gone for a much better joke. I'll call you Paris until I get hit with an arrow in the ankle. That is a much more cultured joke. But what do you mean? Like, you're feeling defeated because you didn't manage to finish it? Or are you stuck with something with your character? I'm not from Paris. Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I was like, let's go with the ancient Troy reference instead. Just the username. I mean, yeah, just like I'm not just like I am nowhere near like the entire Alpha Omega thing from Furries. Too late, the lore has been established. Well, sorry, Paris. It seems like you're French now. You have my sincerest condolences. You are now French. It is time for you to start laughing in hon hon hon. But yeah, how come you feeling defeated from your own character? Paris of Asia. The Paris of Asia was her country. Ah, yes, of course. Asian Paris. Also, hey there, Dan. How's your day going? It's been a while since we've last seen you, I believe. I think Dan would understand why. This is very detailed. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, that's kind of why I'm doing this redesign of my own OCs as well. First of all, because, well, their previous designs, it was a bit outdated. I think I can do better. And I also want to fit them in a more fantasy setting. And their previous outfits were a bit more modern. So yeah, I'm kind of hitting the redesign on them as well. And people have been demanding to get like a proper reference for them. Plus, Heartfight's coming up, so you know what? As good a time as any to get some new reference done. Hey there, Victoria, how's your day going? You got this? Yeah. I mean, I'm already really happy with the two redesigns I've got so far. Redesigned Kara, redesigned Emmeline. Now I just gotta tackle Aimiko. Not sure yet what to do with that though. Birthday? Oh, happy birthday, Victoria. Never done art fight at all? I mean, so I can recommend art fight. Now, I will say though, I know that there's been a lot of discussion about art fight recently due to some rulings that they've apparently made. But I've mentioned before on stream, I feel like a lot of the arguments and discussion that have been going on are just the result of absolutely poor communication. The main things, for those that are not in the know, Art Fight is a art gifting / trading game that happens once every year through the entirety of July, where you basically can join one of two teams and you earn points by attacking people of the other team, with your attacks being fan art of their original characters that they have listed on their profiles. It is a really awesome concept, but I have heard that a lot of people are starting to get a lot more elitist about it, which just don't. It's any skill level should be welcome in Art Fight. Like, whether you're a beginner or an expert, anyone should be able to enjoy it. The problem, however, with the most recent discussions came with a ruling that the moderators of Art Fight had made, where they specified that you are not allowed to use 3D models or photographs for tracing. Now, the way they worded this was very, very ambiguous, and like in general, the idea is pretty Like, the main thing that we have is like tracing has its place. I've said this before. Tracing has its place in art creation. You always need to be upfront and honest about it. However, do not claim something you have traced as completely your own art, because it is not. That being said, tracing is a very good way to start to understand certain shapes and train some muscle memory. It has its place. Not to mention that I do tracing as well off of either reference photos or 3D models for very specific parts I'm struggling with. One of the best examples being hands. Like, I will sometimes trace hands or do some very rough blocking out over a 3D model to get an intricate pose down. the rules that Artfight had set up made it very unclear what you were actually allowed to do. So people, of course, were jumping to conclusions like, oh, we're no longer allowed to use photographic reference or 3D models even if we create them ourselves. That's what people jumped to. And it's an understandable idea that they jumped to because of the way that they had worded it. But that is not the intention behind those rules. Like, if you think for, like, a minute, you figure out that, no, they simply want you to put in a bit more effort than haphazardly tracing over things. Use bases, use 3D reference, use photograph reference, like, draw over top of them, perfectly fine. But don't just trace them. If you're going to trace, make sure you try and identify the shapes and then build your own thing off of it. Even if you feel that you suck, you don't have the skills for that. I'll sometimes fuck up even when tracing hands. Yeah. See, the thing... Okay, hold on. You know what? Let me pull up a good example for that. No. There we go. Let me pull up a good example for this. I'm just gonna grab a different picture real quick. Okay, hold on. Let me quickly grab a random picture of a hand. Let me check that. Hand gesture. You see, just grab a random picture. Oh, you know what? Perfect. This is a good one. Okay, so there we go. So, for example, when I am struggling with a specific hand pose, I will often grab some reference images. And there are two ways you can trace. Way one is grab your pen and you simply like copy the outline exactly. Like, this is tracing one that you can do. You just look at the shapes and identify those. Now, again, like, even the tracing that I'm doing actually looks pretty damn good still, because I'm used to, like, identifying these shapes and already know a lot of these shapes. But yeah, this is tracing one that you can do, and this doesn't look horrible. But I feel this is where then a lot of people will leave it. Like, people will draw this, they'll add some color to it maybe, but that's where they will leave it. And this is what I feel that Artfight wants to encourage you to step away from, which I can't understand. Do I feel that they need to outright abolish it? No, I still disagree with that. But I understand the sentiment where they're coming from. They're just being a little bit obnoxious about it, and they're doing very poor communication. However, a different way of tracing as well. Grab a different color for that. Like, when you are tracing a hand like this is what I tend to do most of the time. Instead of tracing over the hand, you instead start to identify the shapes of the hand. So you understand a bit better, like, oh, okay, this works like this. This is shaped like this. I'm still tracing, basically. Keep in mind, this is, by definition, this is still tracing. But this is the kind of tracing that will, first of all, it'll increase my understanding of the general shape, because I'm basically dissecting these shapes. But in the end, you basically reach the exact same result. It's just that one of these now allows me to more easily modify these shapes to my liking. Say, for example, that, oh, wait, like, in this pose, I don't want this finger curled in like this. I actually want this finger extended out. Doing that over here, I don't really have any real information on how these shapes work. On this one, however, I can see like, okay, so if I want to extend this pinky, well, I've got these two little pieces. So this one would come up like this and extend out. And we have this one that would come up like this as well and extend out. There we go. And just like that, I basically changed that shape. And this is why I feel, yeah, without adding any, without any innards, editing is completely impossible. Yeah, because you're only like roughly like copying the shape. Understanding how the structure is built is what helps a lot. And again, this is what I feel the intention behind the rules of Artfight is. It's not, it shouldn't be to abolish this, because this is fine, but it is, of course, a typical novice thing to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone was a novice at some point. You can do this if you are still getting comfortable with the techniques of drawing, if you're still getting comfortable with your line control, if you're still learning the general shapes that you're working with, if you are still a beginning artist, or even if you're feeling a little bit lazy at the time. This is fine. Just have to remember that you have to be honest about it. This is traced work. Do not try to represent it as anything that it is not. Everyone was a novice at some point. Some of us just decided to stay. It's not so much of deciding to stay. It's basically just, how do you move on from being a novice? By putting in the effort of practicing and specifically working on your weak points. But yeah, this is the pure definition of tracing, and this is fine. Especially for something like Artfight. But I do feel you need to be honest. So what Artfight might want to do, you always have to like check off a couple of things to identify how much value your artwork is. Like, how many points does your artwork hold? And they could add in an option that says, oh, I have traced 3D or photograph elements. Now, I do agree, when you are making an attack on Artfight, first of all, you should try to not trace. Like, try to make it your own. That way, you will have more personal attached value to it as well. And never trace. Like, for an artwork you're gonna send into something or publicly represent, never trace off of someone else's artwork. You can trace off of pictures, you can trace off of 3D reference. That's all fine. But never trace off of someone else's artwork if you are going to represent it, because that is a form of plagiarism. Even if you admit that, oh, it is traced, it is still in very bad taste. This type of tracing, however, if you have an issue with this, you are not an artist. You are either an elitist or you have no idea what you're talking about. Because this, if you are tracing over a shape in this manner, you are learning. You're trying to understand these shapes, and you can easily make these shapes your own. Everything is stolen before us. Yeah, there is no... You know what? Hold on. I've got something even better to showcase. I've got something even better to showcase why there is nothing wrong with tracing over 3D reference, 3D posable reference, as long as you put in the effort to make it your own. This art. This was my most popular art at Dokumi. This is the one that almost sold out entirely. And I'm very happy with how this art turned out as well. It looks really good. If y'all want to know a secret, behind all of these layers, behind all the line work, behind all the lighting, all the flats, if I go back to my sketches, behind the background as well, let me put this back. Guess what you're going to find buried deep inside. Like, that's my clean sketch. All right. Let me hop on over to my rough sketch real quick. There's my rough sketch. But guess what's underneath my rough sketch? A 3D model. Yeah. But yeah, see, this is why I am someone who is like, I have no issues whatsoever with people using 3D model reference because I do it myself. And you can absolutely see that I did. Like, you can see the comparison here. But when it comes down to it, like, you can see those legs are in different positions, the arms are in different positions, the head shape and the face has changed. There's a lot of other things that have been added in. This is what tracing is good for, or roughly blocking in like a reference. Like, hold on, let me bring out. There we go. See, this was the initial sketch that I made over top of that. And the main reason I had to rely on my 3D posable reference for this is those arms were just throwing me off. I could not get those arms looking right, so I needed my 3D models for this. And boom. There we go. So yeah, if anyone ever tells you like, oh, you're not a real artist for using 3D reference, tell them to shut the fuck up. They do not know what they're talking about. They are either an elitist that has a stick up their ass so far down that they can taste it, or they just don't know what they're talking about at all. Like, please look at this and tell me this is traced. Tell me this is art that looks fake, that I did not put the proper amount of effort in. If you believe that is the case, feel free to tell me right now. If you feel that this art was ruined because I on a baseline was roughly tracing over a 3D model, this is why I understand you're not a real artist for using 3D reference. All the Renaissance artists rotate in their coffins. I mean, let's be honest, everyone who uses photo reference as well, that's the same thing. A 3D reference just allows you to pose it yourself. Like photos, anything, real life reference, you'll always use it. But yeah, again, I understand where the idea came from for the rules, and to be honest, those rules were always in place in Artfight. They just never like clarified them, and they still failed at clarifying them. But people just got so uppity. Like, no, that is not the intention behind those rules, and anyone would notice that if you just think for a moment. Hence why I've decided I'll still be taking part in Artfight. Because I wasn't sure for a bit, but after realizing how stupid the entire conversation was, nah, I'm absolutely going back to Artfight. That's why I'm remaking my girls here. I don't know. Both of them feel a lot more grounded now with their outfits. Aimiko is going to be an interesting one to redo, however, because Aimiko is probably the one with the most modern outfit. She's going to have to go through the biggest change. I just felt that it had a bit of a static feeling to it, despite all the swishy swish going on. Maybe it did actually come from the fact that you posed a 3D model from neutral position in the beginning. You know what? You are correct. It is still a very static pose. And I will say, I was thinking of adding a bit more dynamics to it, but I don't know, I didn't find a way that I liked it enough. But you are absolutely correct. The pose is still a little bit stiff because of the 3D pose, because of the 3D reference. And absolutely, art where I didn't use a 3D model like that definitely has less of that issue. Case in point, this art. Hold on, here we go, this art. I did not use 3D reference for this one. This one feels a lot more dynamic because of it. At least I think I didn't use 3D reference for it. Let me double check. Funny meme dragon, yay, yay. Hold on, let me actually have a quick look. Pretty sure. Yeah, no, I did not use 3D reference for this one. Man, it's noticeable in this one. But you know what? There's another art that I did use 3D reference for, which does look pretty damn dynamic. This one. I definitely used 3D reference for this one. Looking at my other 3D references. I don't really see one. We pondered the geometric limits of perspective with the chin one, so it sure as hell didn't have a 3D layer underneath. True, we did. But yeah, I will often use 3D reference if I feel that I need it, but I sometimes will not. If you guys remember the art I made of Fluorite, Akakuri, and Estella, like this one here. No 3D reference was used for this one either. I did have to redo the entire pose for this one specifically. This one, same thing. No 3D reference. And the thing is, there are other flaws in this art that I wouldn't have had if I did use a 3D model for it. But hey, I'm still trying to find my way. I'm not perfect. But yeah, TLDR, I'm still going to be participating in Art Fight, and I recommend anyone else who wants to just try and draw some characters that they normally wouldn't draw, go for it. Do it. Do some Art Fight. It really can challenge you at times. Just don't take it too serious. Don't be too uptight about it. Have fun with it. It is a game after all. Alright then. You know what, guys? I think I will be ending the stream a little bit earlier today. Because, well, first of all, I do want to give my arm a bit more rest, considering it was still a bit overexerted. And, well, we did finish our Kara redesign. And I'm not sure yet what to do with Aimiko. That is going to be an interesting discovery. I will probably keep myself busy with a bit over the weekend, and then we will do so on the next art stream. So, with that all said and done, shall we have a look at who we can raid today? Let's see. Yeah, please get some rest. Looking forward to Aimiko. Well, you more than I, because I really do not know yet where I want to go with Aimiko. She is going to be such a big change. I think Aimiko is probably going to be the one that has the biggest outfit changes out of everyone. I'll still keep some of her signatures, like her hoop rings in her ears, her hairstyles probably still going to stay the same. She's still gonna have the rings with the marbles and strings attached to them as well. But yeah, I am looking forward to see what I'm gonna do with that. Alright. Anybody arting that we can jump in on? Let's see. Ooh, okay, so we have Forobu is doing some art studying and practicing. Okay. What's Okotaro doing? That is an ad. Oh, Okotaro is doing some Yenko's art. Let's see. Taki's doing some nice art as well. We do have Paris that's also doing art right now. So many choices. What's Komori doing? That's some pretty nice art as well. Anyone new, perhaps, that we might be able to raid? Let's see. Oh. Oh, that's actually... Oh, that is some nice looking art. Oh. Oh, this is someone new? Ooh, we've also got someone doing art fight prep. No, I've got to raid this. I've got to raid this person, Blivix. I don't know, like, I'm looking at the art she's working on, and I'm absolutely loving her line work. She's got some very nice lines. And the coloring as well so far she's done is also really good. Now, alright, we've decided we are going to be raiding Blivix, because that looks absolutely amazing. Right as you're about to end, I got stuck with a hefty character design question. Oh, you know what? No, we're not raiding out yet. You have a question? Feel free to lay it on me. What's your question, Triangle? We're not raiding out yet, so you're still on time. We technically still have like 20 minutes left in stream, so if you have a question, hit me with it. Of course, we did just get hit with the ads as well now. Waiting for Triangle's infamous question now. Meanwhile, having a look at what Blifix is working on, and They look really good. Also, wow, her model has some good physics going on there. There's some squish and jiggle in that. All right, Triangle, where's that question? Come on, lay it on me, buddy. There we go. So, as writing first person, I oftentimes use placeholder images from various fandoms for my characters. As time goes on, many of the things from their fandom vary and get irreversibly attached to my mental image of said character. Therefore, how the hell do I depart from the placeholder afterwards? Okay. Now, to be honest, this is not that weird of an issue to have. And there's nothing wrong with using placeholder images from various fandoms. The best way you can detach from that is through... Basically, if you are drawing it yourself or you're having an artist draw it for you, the best way to do it is going through iterative design. You're going to start off with the design that is very close to the existing fandom character that you are basing it on. You're going to start off with that. And with that design, you start picking out certain aspects that you're like, I think I want that different. Or the other way around, you can also work. You can start looking at other characters and pick out individual pieces from them and try and attach those to the character that your inspiration was based off of. You're basically going to start remixing and reiterating over and over again. If you redesign a character again and again and again, and you try to change something ever so slightly every single time, that is going to eventually allow it to evolve into a much more unique character that you can call your own. That being said, there's nothing too wrong with having a character that looks very familiar to another existing character. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So the solution is to steal more. That's one vector I didn't consider, despite how obvious it is. Here's the thing. Like, stealing more? Kind of, yes. But you just want to look at what do I want this character to look like. And of course, don't just look at design elements from other characters. Look at shape and color language. Like, you have an idea of what kind of personality your character has, right? What is a shape language or a color language that fits their personality? Look at what does the character do in day-to-day life. Start implementing elements from their job, from their daytime activities, or from maybe their interests. One of the best examples of that is actually Emmeline. The reason Emmeline has all of those little bits and bobs attached to her is because I wanted to try and make her more unique by adding in elements depending on what she does. Same with Kara's tattoos. I made her more distinct. Her tattoos are one of the elements that make her more most distinct. And those tattoos came from the idea like, oh, wait, I want her to be more... I don't want her to be like this stuck-up high and mighty elf. No, I want her to be a more tribal elf. So I started implementing tribal tattoos. And this is basically how you have to go. Just pick out individual bits and pieces. Character design is nothing more than a puzzle of which the pieces you need to pick from a great many different puzzles. Yeah, right now I'm on a reference character but with a gun. Okay, start with that. You have that character, so you have the character in mind that they look like. Add a gun to them. See how that looks. And you're immediately going to start figuring out like, okay, I don't like this or this specific thing. Maybe I try a different hairstyle. Maybe, okay, they have a gun. You know what? How about if I just add some accessories like ammo pouches on them? Or a holster for the gun. And then you start thinking like, oh, wait, hold on. Maybe they're also working on their own gun. So maybe they have more like engineering type clothes to basically like have those like wear those while they're doing maintenance on the gun, or they don't use maintenance on the gun, but instead they have to be very mobile. Oh wait, hold on, let me just slim down some of the bigger shapes of the silhouette, make it a bit more skin tight. And you have to keep going like that. Just find individual bits and pieces that you're like, it can be something very small. It can simply be something like, let me try a different eye color. That's what I did with Aimiko when I first designed her. Aimiko, when I first designed her, had a very pale blue for her eye color. And I didn't like that when I first sketched it out, because I was like, I don't know. This feels like that blue feels too cold to match with the rest of her color scheme. Okay, what if I tried to give her a warmer color? Now, at first I was thinking like, okay, so let's make them red or pink. I was like, no. Red or pink eyes are a bit too much. Oh, let's try for something softer then. Yellow. And that's how I basically got to Aimiko having amber eyes. But then I went back to the idea that I had of the red and the pink eyes being too much. I was like, oh, but Aimiko can use charming magic. Oh, I'll have her eyes turn pink when she uses her charming magic. And full disclosure, that is not an original idea. I stole that idea of her eyes turning pink when she's using her charming magic. You want to know who I stole that from? Let me see. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is the image? I can't find an image where the eyes do change to pink, but it is an idea I straight up stole from League of Legends. Oh, actually, you know what? I can just go to YouTube and find the exact screenshot of that happening. Yeah, here we go. I found the screenshot. Now, I found the scene. There we go. Where did I get the idea from for Aimiko's eye color changing when she uses her powers? From Ari from League of Legends.
I don't think I can take this anymore. I might just
This is where the idea came from. Because her eyes are not normally pink. No. In that scene, she uses her charming abilities to lure the enemies away. And they go from this blue to that pink. That's where I got the idea from. That's where I stole it from. And it works. It just so happens to be a Fox girl as well. I don't care. I still like this. Evelyn, no, it was Ari. Though I'm pretty sure Evelyn probably has something different. Something similar, right? Let me see. Evelyn. No, actually, Evelyn has these bright yellow eyes. Which is because they want to make contrast, because she already has so many purples and pinks in her color scheme. But yeah, no, Evelyn actually has these bright yellow eyes. But yeah, there you go. That's what I mean. Steal ideas from everywhere and just rework them into your own thing. This is how design works. Her charming charms are all pink. Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's normal, but like specifically the eye color changing, that is absolutely something I stole from that specific trailer from League of Legends. I don't know. I just like that scene. All right. Does that answer your question, Triangle? Does that solve your conundrum? And of course, if you at any point hit a conundrum like that and I'm not live, feel free to drop it in the Discord as well. Like, I do not mind at all tackling questions like that in our Discord as well. Like, we have an art advice channel for a reason. If I can help there, I will gladly do so. Yes, the solution is always more stealing. Yep, it basically is. I'm glad I was able to help. All right, and with that all said and done, time to fire off the raid timer. Wait, hold on. Okay, no, for a second I thought she was ending her stream. I don't think she is, though. Anyways, we're gonna raid her before she ends stream. Alright, bada bing, bada boom, there we go. And with the raid timer ticking down once more, I would like to thank every single one of you for being here, whether you're active in chat or simply lurking in the background, whether you're on Twitch or on YouTube. I very much appreciate every single one of you. Alright, once again, of course, as it is Thursday, this will be the last stream of the week, but worry not, I will be back again next week, where we will be working on the iMiko's redesign on Tuesday, and then more Persona 5 Strikers on Wednesday. No idea what we're doing on Thursday, we'll have to wait and see. And of course, if you wish to support me in any way, do check out my commission platform, specifically my VGen. I am very close to getting the requirements to get verified, so I'd very much love to hit that. If you have not done so, then do check out my socials as well if you want to keep track of everything that I do. And of course, my website is undergoing an overhaul, so it is live, but it is not fully functional properly. So stay tuned for that. I dropped the Discord link earlier, so check that out if you wish to join our community. And with that, I'm going to give you all your rate messages. And thank you once again, everyone. And I hope to see you all again next week. Bye-bye!